How's everybody doing? Having my, it's not morning anymore. So I guess it's an early afternoon coffee. We had a very late, wonderful video shoot last night. We're shooting a video for a song on the upcoming Christmas EP, Christmas Time is Here. And my lovely, talented wife designed and directed the entire shoot with the help of a friend of ours, Dan Martini, who is a wonderful videographer. So my wife Crystal's has been working on the set of the video for about 3 weeks nonstop now, and I had not really seen it until last night when we actually did the shoot. She wanted to sort of keep it a surprise for me, and it was like a true work of art what she created in one of our friends' barns. She's been working in a friend's barn for about 3 weeks, and I couldn't believe what she was able to make, and the video shoot went super smooth. So yeah, we were up really late last night, not only doing the shoot, but then cleaning up a little bit, and you know, working hard, creating some content for you guys to enjoy soon. And content is what this live video is about, and not Christmas, because we're not there yet. I know I don't want to hit you guys over the head too hard with Christmas music this early in the year. I know some of you are actually getting there already. I've noticed mid-October we've already seeing some Christmas decorations. That's neither here nor there. This video is not about Christmas. This video is about Thunderbolt Lightning, the new album, which you probably have figured out by now, if you're paying attention, that it is an album of Queen covers, which I had a really, really wonderful time making over the last year, on and off. Sorry, I'm not clapping for myself. I was getting some kind of bug flying in my studio. So yeah, working really hard on this album, which is now done, and really excited about it. We had so much fun making it, working with different producers. Oh, by the way, there's noise in the background because my wife and I are currently renovating our kitchen, and we got some workers working over there, and it's what it is. You know, you do life, you got to roll with the punches. So, yes, here we are announcing the next track on Thunderbolt Lightning. And we already announced Somebody to Love. Who's excited about Somebody to Love? I know I am. And I know in the description of Somebody to Love, I wrote that it is the furthest departure from the original Queen track. And I didn't show you in the little teaser what that departure is. It's later on in the song, but I think out of all the tracks, that is the one that I go back and listen to the most, because I had a really nice time sort of reimagining that section of the song. Anyway, again, this post is not about the song we announced yesterday. It is about the song we're announcing today. And so you've already heard me perform this song before. I released a video of me just performing it live, and just a few months ago, and got such a great response from it that I decided to put it on this record. It's one of those songs that I've always been surprised at how not well known it is. Every time I play it live with the Ultimate Queen celebration, I'll get, you know, a few people coming up to me and saying, "Was that really a Queen song? Because if it wasn't, you sure made it sound like a Queen song." Yes, of course, it's a Queen song. It's "You Take My Breath Away." And it's a song that I've really fallen in love with over the last little while. I've known it for a while, I just had never really performed it. The Queen Extravaganza performed it on our very first tour in 2012, but I wasn't the one singing it. That was the very talented Ivan Pedno, who was singing that song. And I sort of rediscovered it recently and just realized just how beautiful this piece of work is. I think it's one of my favorite Freddie Mercury compositions. He did such a wonderful job with it. I've really stripped it down. This is a song that I produced myself on the Thunderbolt and Lightning album. I just did piano and vocal, and then I decided we needed something a little more, so I composed a cello line, which I didn't play. I asked my friend Brent Milligan, who's not only a very talented producer and bass player, but he's an amazing cello player. So got some cello on this song. So without any further ado, bonjour tout le monde, hola, hello. I don't know who else is here. We've got some French Canadians. Maybe a little more ado, because I'm going to stall here. Maybe I'll answer a few questions before I play the little teaser. The teaser's like this long, so I don't want to... You know what? Maybe I'll do the teaser right now, and then I'll come back and answer a few questions, okay? All right. I'm not going to be able to go back and scroll through your questions because I don't have someone helping me right now. So I'm going to play the teaser of this song, and then I want you to post your questions again and see if I can answer some of your questions. All right? Deal? Cool. All right. Here we go. This is the next song. It's track number 6 on Thunderbolt and Lightning. You can reduce me to tears with a single sigh. Every breath that you take, any sound that you make is a whisper in my ear. That's all you get. The album comes out October 26th. And we're not doing pre-sales this time, just to see how that goes. We've tried pre-sales before, and it's, you know, that works in its own way. And then this time, we're trying something different. So everybody, make sure you get the album on release day. And very excited for you guys to hear this thing. I'm so excited about every song in this track, honestly. So yeah, we got lots of people asking when I will be in your respective countries. The answer to that is on my personal website tour page. So go to marcmartelmusic.com/tour, marcmartelmusic.com/tour, and you get all the dates that are confirmed. Actually, 2019 is filling up really, really quickly. I think we're more than half full as far as my various projects I'm involved in, whether it be Ultimate Queen Celebration or a Symphonic Queen. Also, lots of Black Jacket Symphonies coming at you in the southeast of United States in January, February, and March. So we're going to have a very busy year next year. I'm very excited. But hey, do you want to help me with questions?
That's why I'm here.
My wife just arrived, and she's going to help me choose questions because I can only see 2.5 of your guys' posts at a time, and I can't do that and talk at the same time. And I wonder if we have any... Thank you, Vanessa, for posting the post to my tour page. It's very helpful. And you can always rest assured that anything that's posted on my tour page that I will be present at, and we update you on if any changes happen on this Facebook page. So definitely stay tuned. You guys are wonderful at keeping in touch. I love all the feedback you give me with the stuff I put out. So yeah, next year's gonna be really busy. I'm hoping to get some original material out maybe next year, but at least start writing very feverishly and seriously next year again. It's been too long. But I'm enjoying what we're doing presently. So.
One of the questions is, are you planning a follow-up to the Impersonator record?
Am I planning a follow-up to the Impersonator record? I definitely hope so. Absolutely. That is without a doubt something that will happen. Basically, an original album of songs that I wrote. That will definitely happen someday. So rest assured, it's just a question of timing. There's so much demand for Queen these days that I'm trying to satisfy those demands and at the same time make time in my schedule for composing original material. It's a lot, but I'm thankful. You know, a busy musician is a happy musician, so I'm thankful for all of it.
Jordan Weiberg would like to know, have you ever seen a humpback breach right in front of you while in a kayak?
Jordan Weiberg wants to know if I've seen a humpback whale breach right in front of me while in a kayak. That's such a specific question. But you know what? Actually, that did happen. That did happen only a few weeks ago. And I think the person asking the question was with me. And we got some pretty cool video of it too.
That is true. Andrew Turner is asking an interesting question. Where was the album recorded?
Andrew Turner, where was the album recorded? Thunderbolt Lightning was recorded in Nashville in various studios. Like I mentioned, You Take My Breath Away, I produced, so I did it right here in this room. And Brent Milligan recorded the cello in his studio, just, a few minutes away from here. I also worked again with Ben Shive, who produced most of the My Way Volume 1 record. He did, I want to say 3 or 4 songs. I can't think right now. And then Brent Milligan, the guy who played cello, also produced an entire track, which I'm very excited to share with you very soon. And I got to work once again with the amazing producer who produced my solo record, Impersonator, in 2013. Man, that was a long time ago. His name is John Fields, and he's also a good friend of mine, but he lives in Minnesota. So what we did for that song was I came up with the arrangement here in this studio, and I sent him the tracks just for the piano and vocal to his studio in Minnesota, and he did the rest over there. So mostly in Nashville and some in Minnesota.
Leah Evans would like to know, are you drinking coffee, tea, or maple syrup?
I am currently drinking, Leah, I'm drinking coffee with no sugar added because I'm doing the Whole30 diet, in which you forsake all added sugar, which was kind of tough, but now I'm over it. My addiction is broken. Maybe not forever, but for now it is. But the coffee that I'm drinking is actually coffee made by and grown by a friend of mine. His name's Carlos, and he plays for Quinteto Britannia, who, whenever I do symphonic shows in Mexico. So when I do symphonic shows in Mexico, there's a symphony, there's me, there's a choir, and there's also a rock band called Quinteto Britannia, and Carlos is the keyboard player, and he also owns his own coffee plantation, and that's what's in my mug right now. It's delicious.
Luke Woodhouse would like to know, any more George Michael covers in the pipeline? Freedom is amazing.
Luke, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed Freedom 90. That is such an incredible song, and George Michael, I don't think people realize just how great of an artist he was. I think they assume that just like any pop artist, he had people writing songs for him, and he was just kind of like the face and the voice of the songs. But that's not true with George Michael. He was an incredible songwriter and artist who just happened to be able to compose incredible hooky pop music. And Freedom 90, or is it Listen Without Prejudice was the record that Volume 1. Listen Without Prejudice Volume 1 was the album that song was on, and that is my favorite George Michael album. Just a beautiful thing, and it's sad that he didn't get to do a lot more music. Obviously he's a troubled guy, but he also got into some weird legal problems with his record labels, and unfortunately that got in the way of his creativity, and I hope that people have learned from those mistakes. That's really unfortunate. I wish there was more George Michael material to cover, but you can probably bet that I'll be doing some more George Michael covers in the future.
This is a really interesting question from, and I hope I don't mess the name up, Emiliano Gonzalez. Are the songs on this record in the same key as the original songs?
Good question, Emiliano?
Yeah.
Emiliano. Are the keys of the songs on Thunderbolt and Lightning the same as the original Queen keys? That is a resounding yes. I have not changed the keys at all. Just because, Freddie Mercury's vocal range was about the same as mine, and that's where he found his power range is kind of the same place where I found my power range. Let me just double check in my brain that I'm not misspeaking. I don't think I've changed any of the keys. Going through each song in my head. Nope. They're all the same.
I think some people are asking for a quick reminder on where they can purchase this album.
Okay, Thunderbolt and Lightning is coming out October 26th, which is how many days from now? 11? No, 10? Is it the 16th today?
It's the 16th. So 10.
And October has 31 days, so 11 days from now.
Wait, it's the 26th.
26th. We're not going into November.
It's 10.
My math is dumb right now. So yeah, 10 days from now, the album comes out, and you can order it on my website, marcmartelmusic.com. That's where it will be most easily and readily available for download and also hard copies. I don't want to create any unnecessary waves, but there have been quite a few demands for vinyl editions, and the thing with vinyl is that it's incredibly expensive to make, and the only way we're going to be able to do that is if we get a lot of people requesting vinyl specifically. But I've never done a vinyl release of anything I've ever done, so that would be a lot of fun. So if you guys like show us that there's a huge demand for actual LP vinyl for this record, who knows? But right now it's only CD and digital download.
How many more questions do you want to do? 2?
Let's do 2 more questions.
2 more questions. Apparently you're going to get a wedding invite from Kat. Don't know what that's about. But that would be fun. What are some of your favorite cities to travel to, and why?
Favorite cities to travel to?
What's your top 3?
You know, if you spend any time in a city, you start meeting the people, and you start realizing how wonderful people are everywhere. It's hard to choose a favorite city. I always had, and it also so depends on your experiences, you know, because some people love a certain city, and then you happen to be driving through that city and your car breaks down and it's just not a fun time, and that sort of spoils. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I've always loved San Francisco because that reminds me a lot of, it's kind of like the American version of Montreal in many ways, and I grew up in Montreal. Where else? You know, I've really grown to love London. It took me a while to really appreciate London because every time I was there, I was so jet lagged that would color my experience. But now I've spent so much time there that it actually started to feel like, even though I'm so far from home, it feels like a very homey town. Which, why not? My ancestry is from there, so yeah.
I'm just trying to find another good question here. I don't know if there's one related to this specific album, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Crystal's looking for another question to ask. That's what you do with questions. Jennifer, it's a good t-shirt. Do you get it at Target? Because that's where I got mine.
Who's Jennifer?
Jennifer's husband has this same t-shirt.
Oh, amazing. Good one.
Support government agencies. I'm just kidding.
That might be it for questions. I thought there was one that we're just going to sign off.
Yep.
Probably.
Okay. Well, I feel like we've answered a good number of questions. Thanks for being here, people. Don't forget, October 26th, Thunderbolt and Lightning will be coming to your ear holes. And I'm so proud of this record. I don't think I've been this excited to release music in a long time, probably at least 5 years. So yeah, we hope you enjoy my new takes on these Queen songs. I'm not reproducing them verbatim, because what's the point of doing that? These are all my reinterpretation of these Queen songs. It's allowed me to inject some of my own personality into these songs that I sing a lot. And hope you really enjoy them. Okay, guys, you are wonderful. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. That's the heart symbol, because I love you. See you tomorrow for the announcement of the next song. Bye-bye, okay?